Smells like nothing. No glue, no materials, not a damn thing. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Nike Air Max 97 in the silver bullet colorway. It's an original classic, obviously from 1997. I thought more people would be happy that they're back again, but apparently these are sitting everywhere. So if you wanted to get a pair, they should be an easy cop this time around, even though the last time that they released, they sold out hella fast. Not complaining, by the way. I think this is fantastic. First things first, they do come in an OG style box, so there's always that. They changed up the Nike labels. I don't know when they did that, but they're a little bit different. They don't even have the suggested retail, because they used to do two things. We would get our suggested retail price on there, the US dollar, and then overseas releases, this wouldn't even be on there because they obviously don't have our pricing. They didn't change much of the shoe, which is unfortunate. I thought that maybe this would be part of their whole recraft thing with their Air Max line. Doesn't seem to be. When I look at original images of these, they don't do those justice, which is unfortunate. However, we do got a bunch of fun facts about the shoe. So, first fun fact is an obvious one. These released in 1997, hence Air Max 97. They were designed by Christian Tresser, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He designed a whole bunch of stuff for Reebok before he went over to the swoosh, and then he ended up going over to Adidas. And the last thing that I see, besides him being just a freelance footwear designer as far as right now goes, he was actually head of design concept for the Yeezy brand, which I don't know what that means anymore, but we'll see. But Christian designed a bunch of your all-time favorites. If we're talking about Reebok, one of his most notable shoes is the Reebok Aztrek 93. It's actually a shoe that was re-released or retroed not too long ago. We do have a review on it on the channel, surprisingly, so if you want to check it out, go for it. He also designed the Reebok DMX Daytona as well as the DMX 6. Now, if we're talking about his Nike designs, obviously this is one of them right here. However, another fan favorite from the Nike running catalog is the Nike Zoom Spiridon. That shoe is a really interesting shoe. It actually had one of the first articulated zoom units that was full length, and it was bottom loaded. It was super crazy. It was like the outsole was attached to the cushioning, which was then attached to the midsole. Not only did he help design the Nike Zoom Spiridon, which was a game changer for Nike back in the day, but he also helped design these bad boys right here, which is also considered a game changer for Nike running, even though when you wear them nowadays, man, these are bricks. These are not comfortable. I do not like the way that these feel, but I sure do like how they look. Now, the design took inspiration from a few different things. The first thing being Japanese bullet trains. Hi. The rippling that you see along the upper is actually about ripples in water. So that's what that is. There was also a bunch of ads that depicted that, which I think is pretty cool. The last thing that they took inspiration from were bicycles. I don't know where it pulled that from, but it's on the design concept art. But yeah, those are the three main key design inspirations. Now, the original outsole that they featured was a BRS 1000 Nike regrind outsole. I believe that was their original version of like reusing rubber. I could be wrong. Doesn't look like that's part of the outsole design nowadays, but obviously the look is still there. And then the full length cushion is obviously Air Max. This is one of the things that, again, was a game changer for Nike running back in the day. I believe this was their first shoe that featured this full-length cushioning. They did end up using it on the next model, which is a very similar looking shoe, the Air Max 98s, also very uncomfortable. But it was a blow-molded dual density air unit system, which is really cool. Not only that, but again, it was full length. And one of my favorite things is actually to see the tech inside. So when you go online and you look up what the original air units look like, it's very, very interesting. So when you look at this thing from a profile view, you see what looks like pillars. They technically are, they're support chambers, but the actual design is through the chambered tubes that you see there. It allows the air to move freely throughout the entire air unit and everything. And then it just so happens that those craters left by each tube chamber ends up being filled with rubber and foam, thus creating the support pillars, which is really cool. And then the back section, which is this little guy right there, that's the different density or different PSI level. So you've got one there, and then the rest of it's full length. This was supposed to allow for complete crashing and then rolling back into your stride. But we all know that running from heel to toe is not efficient running. At least we know that now. It's so cool to see what they were thinking, like what they thought was fact back then, which has been proven to be false nowadays. And it's just cool that technology within footwear alone just keeps it evolving. Obviously technology throughout the world as well, but we're a shoe channel, so we're not talking about stuff like that. Now the midsole itself is polyurethane, which is unfortunate. I think that's the main reason why they feel like bricks, especially nowadays. They don't use very comfortable polyurethane like they used to. There's tons of different ways to make the same type of foam. So when you hear EVA, it sounds basic as but EVA is damn near all foam. So like they change it a little bit and then they call it Cushlon, and then they change it and they call it injected Phylon, or which is really just injected EVA, or compression molded EVA / compression molded Phylon, Lunar, ZoomX, all that kind of stuff. So they could make this a little bit more comfortable if they wanted to. Unfortunately, they just keep it as is. I believe it's just cheaper to do so. But it would be nice to see something done about this because they're just not comfortable. Like it's really, really unfortunate. Now the upper is the crazy part, even though the tech really was back in the day, but I think we're so used to seeing stuff like this nowadays that it's no longer special. Even though I think it's still special. Without this, we wouldn't have all the cool stuff that we have now. So the main body or build is actually just a textile, and they've got synthetics wrapping around it for support. So every layer is just a different layer of synthetic. I like the way that they broke it up though, because it adds a little bit of like lightweightness to it. Is that a thing? It reduces weight is what I was trying to say, while still maintaining structure and support and things like that, which I think is really cool. I love, like absolutely love the screen right here. I know it's just a weird design detail that most people are like, what? But no, I really like it. It's on both sides as well. It's on the medial and lateral. I think it's awesome. I love the tongue design too. The way that the laces flow through each little like hole and everything. It's just sexy, man. Like this is a sexy shoe.
Get a room, you two.
Not in every colorway, but like this one.
I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it.
This is the insole. It's not anything special. It could be better, but it does have an area for the arch pillows, which were not included. I don't know if they originally were or not, but that's just kind of what it is. I personally bought my pair from a local retailer here in the Sacramento and Elk Grove area. Their name is Phenom. You probably heard about them through our channel. And if you do go over there and buy a pair, they give you this. This is awesome. They made this themselves. This is not like, it doesn't come with the shoe or anything like that. So if you buy this from Foot Locker, they're not gonna come with this. This is a Phenom exclusive, which is pretty sick. So they got the silver bullet. They also have the Japan release because there was exclusive colorways back in '97 that only released overseas. And right above it, they actually have the two colorways of the original model that started it all, the original Air Max 1. Now, as far as the fit is concerned, you could do one of two things. You can go true to size and they should fit you just fine. However, it's just an awkward shoe. Like I said, they're not very comfortable. The cushion sucks and they are a little snug. So if you wanted to go up half a size, you could. I personally tried on both while I was in store and I just went true to size. It felt best for me. I felt like the half a size up had just enough room in it to where my heel would pop out of the shoe while moving around. And I don't like the way that that stuff feels. So for me, I don't lace my shoes up very tight or anything. I usually keep them pretty loose. So true to size, you should be good to go. If you are switching out that insole though, so like if you didn't want this, but you wanted say the Move All Day insole, which is their new casual insole, then you might want to go up half a size because that insole is a little bit thicker than the one that comes standard in this one. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let us know what you think about the Nike Air Max 97 in the original silver bullet colorway, making a return once more in 2022. Also, what do you think about them sitting on shelves? I think it's great because if you've never experienced this shoe before, like me, actually I have experienced this shoe, I just haven't experienced this colorway. This is the one I've always wanted. Never been able to get it. Now I finally am because there's no hype on these things. It's fantastic. But again, thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We'll catch you on the next one. So until then, have a good one.